Hello everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alendris and today we are together for the review of the new VIP hero for February. It's a backliner, it's a flying hero, it's Wind Priest. If we are reading the message from Wind Priest, we have backline intellect hero who can deal magic damage and silence the enemy. Also a flying hero like I told in introduction. For his statistic now 55,000 HP, it's a pretty nice for a damage dealer in the backline. The same for armor and magical armor, 580 and 530. Magical power 11,700, nothing bad but nothing crazy for this point. And 245 of magical critic. It's not so high, but we will see how it will be. Last point, really important about his statistics, the training field boost, magical power, magical critic and HP. So all a useful stat for him. So let's now discover his skills. For active the skills for Wind Priest, first one the ultimate Windstorm. Miles calls force his ultimate magic to deal destructive damage for multiple times, increase 2160 damage for each wave. We have to see how much wave it will be and how much damage it will be in real, because 2160 we don't know the base of this skill. Second one, the green one, Wind Arrow. Miles releases wind arrows to deal basic damage and extra damage based on Miles' intellect, increases 1080 damage, and I already saw some screenshot with more than 25,000 damage for this skill, so I think it's really a strong skill. Third skill, the blue one, Concussive Blast. Miles causes a concussive blast to an enemy and deals small area damage, slowing enemies down. So increase damage by 1620 and land the skill if in according to the level, blah blah blah, like usual. And finally, the fourth skill, the purple one, Wind Curse. Miles silence an enemy and also reduces his magical resistance by 324. I'm really curious about the priority target of this skill. We will see this right now, just after his positionment on the battlefield. Wind Priest is a backliner, so we'll see according to the other backliners where he is. So let's of all of them.
Let
next?
the battle begin!
Okay.
Oh, yes. Enemies will weep.
Actually, it's
The winds are marching now.
Go for me.
The miles fall before us.
Affirmative.
Path
I
to
will
lose
guide them.
disturbs me.
Chucks
Don't worry
away.
about little Augustus here. He's a big softie.
Naturally.
Yeah!
Just
So
give me
it's
a
official.
target.
Wind Priest is a more frontliner in the backline that we have actually in the game. So it doesn't matter really much because he has some interesting survivability. So we will see first of all in 1 versus 1 how his skills are working. In 1 versus 1 we will see how his skills are working. So it's the green skill, well, it's really a lot of damage, the blue skill and the purple skill. Ooh, damage seems pretty high. And ultimate. Okay, so 32 seconds of fight, 184 damage against only two targets, sorry. So it seems to be a really good damage dealer. Let's see now in full fight how it will be. For the damage test, we will see how much damage can deal Wind Priest. So we have Death Knight who will increase the magical resistance, we have Cross Knight who will absorb some damage and taunt, but for most of what we want, we will have a good idea about his damage. So soon you will be able to ultimate after 30 seconds. Little more. First ultimate. Phew. Chaplain is dead. Will ultimate soon, second time. Second ultimate. Ultimate is hitting 4 times. It's just crazy. He killed 2 heroes, so he can ultimate a 3rd time. But okay, against Cross Knight who was in ultimate. And finally, 754,000 damage. Okay, it's a static team, but this kind of damage are pretty impressive, and we'll see against real team how it can be. Against a Turtle Fighter team who is not absolutely in the meta game, I want to see if the fact that Wind Priest will be returned has an influence on his DPS. So actually he will nuke Turtle Fighter with his green skill, he gets the taunt, so he will lose some DPS. He's soon full of energy. Okay, ultimate. Everyone is dead. 210,000 damage in 45 seconds, so it's pretty fast, and all my heroes are alive. So we'll see in another situation how it can be now. This time it's against one team that you can meet in a Grand Arena, for example. It's one classic undead team. I use also Terran Swordsman to counter the package effect of Sorceress. So he will go in other side of the battlefield and he will receive the ball alone. Okay, he receives the ball, it's perfect. And now ultimate of Wind Priest. And the fight is nearly over. 30 seconds against one team who is normally pretty hard to kill, and I didn't use any counter for the healing team. 200,000 damage, it's really strong, and I want to show you now against a metagame team how it can be. Against a standard Turtle Fighter that you can meet in Arena, he grabbed my Wind Priest, so it's normally really bad, but finally I will have time to ultimate before to die, sorry. And the job is already done. Just crazy. And now I will have Sorceress who will finish the job. He was alive 20 seconds. I want really to take your attention about this point. Wind Priest was alive 20 seconds. 400,000 damage against this standard meta team. It's pretty impressive, and we will speak now about his strengths and weaknesses. 4 points for me as a strength for this hero. First point about his survivability. I already showed you this in introduction, but I want to show you again his statistic because it's just crazy. 55,000 HP without training, nearly 600 of armor and 550 of magical resistance, with an interesting position on the battlefield because he's not exposed in the back line, he's not exposed in the front line. He has a perfect position for this hero. His generation of energy is quite quick because after 30 seconds, most of the time you already did your ultimate one time. Third point, he has some control skills because the concussive blast is pretty well to slow down enemies, and his wind curse is really nice. 324 magical resistance reduce is crazy, and the silence is also really interesting. And finally, you saw that his damage are just insane actually. I don't know if it will stay like that, but actually he is really strong. So let's see about his weaknesses, what we can tell. It's the first time that it's happened for me till I'm doing review for Hero's Charge, but this hero doesn't have any weaknesses. I'm sorry to tell you that his generation of energy is good, his position is good, his damage are pretty good, he has some control, he just needs one button to kill all the team in one time. I know, I'm sorry, he has it because his ultimate is actually doing this most of the time. So let's now conclude with this hero and I will give you my final opinion about him. If they don't change nothing, and I insist about this point because they are able to do some modification before the release and it can change a lot this hero. But if they don't change nothing, I can tell you that this hero will be a game changer at 100%. We will have no doubt about this. He's switching everywhere. You can use him against static team, you can use him against turtle fighter team, you can use him against healing team. You don't care, he will go everywhere, he will deal the job and deal just a crazy damage. So if you are a VIP 11 more, you can already stock your Almighty Soulstone to have 250 Almighty Soulstone when he will be released and to have the necessary gear to put him red 2 directly. You can also begin to stock some gem if you want to push his training for a while, because I'm 100% sure that in this condition and in this actual state, this hero will be in all teams soon. So it's all for today. Let's now conclude this video. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I don't know actually if they will change this hero or not. In my opinion, it's a little too much because his damage are just crazy in according of the other DPS that we have actually in the game. He has altogether ability, generation of energy, good position, good damage, and even some good control on the battlefield. In my opinion, they could do little things without to destroy this character who is really cool at the beginning. Soon, I will propose you one really exciting challenge on my channel, so I hope that you will follow it. I will tell you more about it next week. I think it will be on Tuesday. You can follow all my actuality actually on Facebook or Twitter in according of what you prefer. You can for sure subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like my video, and if you want to support my work, you can also help me by clicking on the last link on the right side of your screen and also liking my video and sharing it. It's helped me a lot. Thank you guys. Bye bye.